Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Samantha Chen, and I wanted to start off today's presentation by sharing with you my favorite icon. My favorite icon by far is the light bulb. The light bulb is my favorite because it symbolizes many important things to me, like hope, great ideas, impact, and genius. When I think of a light bulb, I think of the famed American inventor Thomas Edison. Thomas Edison was credited with inventing devices for mass communication, for sound recording, but most notably, he was accredited with inventing the light bulb. Today, we often celebrate his success. We talk about how smart he is and how much of a genius he is. But have you ever wondered how many times Edison failed prior to succeeding? He failed 1,000 times prior to making the light bulb. But he never viewed any of his failure as failure. He said, I have not failed, I have found 10,000 ways that did not work. While I am no Thomas Edison, I'm very familiar with failing. I first learned about the benefits of failure in high school when I wanted to purchase something, but my parents weren't on board. So during that time, I was also making websites for my school's robotics team. And I remember spending 3 hours on WordPress and I made this site. It was awesome. So I had this light bulb moment. I realized that I could make websites for local businesses, help them drive traction to their company. And then while doing all of this, I could also make money for myself. So I went out the next day and I went to a local business plaza. That day I pitched 10 businesses and I fell flat on my face. I got 10 huge resounding no's. And I didn't really understand why the first day. I thought I had a great pitch. I thought I outlined my value proposition well. And there was clearly a market need for this product. So the next day I went to a new business plaza and I pitched 10 new businesses. That day I got 10 more no's, but that day I also actively tried to listen to the merchants. And I felt that I was able to connect with them and I was a lot closer to a sale than the day before. So over the next few weeks, I would constantly go back to these business plazas and I would just pitch more and more businesses. And while doing this, I would make these incremental changes to my pitch. I would try new hooks, I would try new strategies. And after knocking on many more doors, time passed. 2 weeks later, I finally got my first win. I got my first paying client and it was an awesome feeling. But that day, I learned a really important lesson. I learned that if I was able to change my perception of failure as an opportunity to simply learn, improve, and redeem myself, I was going to be much more successful in the long run. So during this time I was dealing with a lot of failure, I came out with a strategy to kind of hack failure. And I called this the art of the fail. F stands for face the failure, A stands for analyze the situation, I stands for iterate, L stands for learn. After every failed pitch, I would first accept my failure. Then I would analyze what I did wrong. So I would make a pros and cons list, a list of what I did well, what I did not do well. I would gather any feedback I got from the vendor, and I would take all this data and I would iterate upon my pitch. And then I would go out and pitch a new business. And then I would learn from that pitch what worked and what didn't work. I would repeat this process over and over again until I found the right formula for success. I believe in this so much that I can positively say that today, any success I have gotten has been attributed to my failures. And I believe in this product and this concept so much that I live by the words, fail fast so you can learn even faster. Now, I understand you might be not totally convinced. I mean, I just spent the last few minutes trying to convince you that failure is some sort of rite of passage to success. So I'm going to leave you with a challenge today. I want you to name a company that found a revenue maximizing business model on the first try or an athlete that never missed a shot. If you're unable to do this, I urge you to join me in the art of the fail. Again, that's so A, face your failure, analyze the situation, iterate, and then learn. Moreover, I urge you to not feel disappointed or dejected next time you face a hiccup in your plans. Instead, you should really remember you're just one step closer to success. Thank you so much for joining me today.